Today I'm going to be converting this beautiful Singer 15K. This is the Sphinx decal here. Very nicely done. Looks absolutely gorgeous. This is the 1925 15K. Now this case here, this is not original. This is off another machine, so that this machine head's been put into this other base here. So you can see here that the machine has an electric motor and it doesn't quite match the aesthetic. It's sort of a grey silvery colour. We've got the modern style belt here. This light here, yeah, I'm not sure, that looks like maybe it's some sort of reproduction. Yeah, not too sure about that. So what I'll be doing is I'll be removing this motor and attaching this hand crank unit to the machine. This is a modern reproduction hand crank attachment. So I'll start by removing the motor here and then we'll attach this here. You might notice too that the hinges here are not located, so I'll be going through and servicing this machine anyway, so I'll go through and fix up those bits and pieces while I'm at it. If we have a look on the end here, so this is our mount here. I'll start by removing the belt here. Just spin this off easily like that. I should be able to remove that. Can be a little bit of a squeeze past the bobbin winder rubber there. Let's squeeze it past there. Remove the belt, and this should be fairly straightforward because this motor, all the wirings, you know, part of the motor itself, and the light attachment here that's attached to the actual motor, so it should just be this one screw here. And there we have the entire unit there. That's a 230/250 volt, 50 or 60 hertz, 0.35 amps, so input 80 watts, 80 watt total. I'm not sure, that probably doesn't include the light. That will just be the motor itself. Yeah, it's quite nice that this is a, you know, looks like a reasonably modern motor, model number YM40, and you can access the motor brushes externally, which is quite nice. So the way that these attachments work, this hand cranker works, is that you've got the main drive gear here. So this handles, that's in your driving position there. That's when you're using the machine, you have it clipped in at this point here, and then when you're finished using the machine and you want to put the case back on, you pull this little pin here and that allows the handle to drop down, and it just gives the case room to come down the side there. It tucks away nicely there. And so if we put that back into its driving position there, this is a gear inside here that turns, so we're turning a big gear. And if we have a look on the back side here, you'll see the gear, so the gear runs right around inside here and just meshes with this smaller gear here, which drives this little driver here like that. The little driver here has a little rubber, it's more like a vibration isolator. It just makes the meshing between this driver and the hand wheel you know, smoother. It's not metal against metal there. You can see the hand wheel here is spoked, so you can't do this easily if you don't have a spoked hand wheel. If you've got a solid hand wheel, apparently I've seen where people have cut a hole in the solid hand wheel for this to fit through. But you can buy reproduction hand wheels as well, these here, or just, you know, rob a spoked hand wheel off another machine that's, you know, dead and only really any good for parts. You could do that. This is the mount here. It's got the hole for the mount screw. In this case I'll be using the bolt that comes with the kit, this attachment kit here. Got a bolt, put on there. Probably should put a washer on it, but I don't have a washer handy right here, but I think could probably do with a washer. You'll also notice here in this is the surface that mounts to the actual machine itself, there's a slot here, and that slot lines up with this. If we have a look where the attachment mounts there, you can see there's a raised piece there for this slot to match here, so that the attachment doesn't, you know, twist around. This raised piece here holds it in a vertical position. So we literally position the mount so that the hole lines up with the screw hole there, and then this little driver will fall into position into one of these spokes. It doesn't matter which one it goes into. And then we place the bolt through here, just making sure that this stays in one of the holes there, and we'll just tighten that. That's nice and tight there now, and that's it. Job done. If you want to disengage this from the hand wheel, you can do so by flipping this little driver back like that, and that no longer drives the machine there. There's a couple of oil points on the hand crank attachment here, just one down in here on the main shaft, and there's also one here in the upper shaft there, driver shaft there, and you probably pay to grease the gears there from time to time. So that's it. I'll go ahead and service this machine. I hope you found that helpful, and thank you very much to my patrons on Patreon who help support the channel, and of course to all of you out there watching this video. Thank you very much.